All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy, That's True Inferno. Back at it with another throwback tunes for another Thursday. Yes, not on as well, but for another Thursday as well. So I am reviewing something that I thought I would never review because was never really a big fan of this guy at all. I never really listened to music ever since I heard this one song. And we're going to talk about that song because it's a part of this album right here. And we are listening to Undaground Legend. So that's U-N-D-A, not E-R. Undaground Legend by Lil Flip. So, a little interesting fact about this. This is actually his first studio or major label studio album, but his second album overall, as he released his first album, which was The Leprechaun. That joint was done as an independent album, so he released that himself. He didn't have anybody to help him with that. Whereas with this one, this was done under Sucker Free Records, under Loud Records, and Columbia Records as well. This joint came out August 27, 2002, and it was recorded from 2001 to 2002. And the producers involved were Lil Flip himself, Tommy Granville Jr., Big Time, Young Sears, and Joe Tracks. And let me see. Also, I see Mr. Mix was involved with the production, some of the tracks. And Keno was also involved as well. And of course, David Banner was involved as well. And Chop Shop Productions was involved with the production of at least one track rather. Alright, and that's everybody. Alright, so looking at how did this album do? So this album was number 12 on the Billboard 200 chart, number 4 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart, and it was platinum. So and then his next album, which is You Gotta Feel Me, that was actually his most successful album based on charts and maybe certification, since they're both platinum. But I don't know what I'm gonna talk about next week, either that or The Leprechaun. So that's a very interesting debate there. I may go with You Gotta Feel Me. So let's move on. Alright, so there are a grand total of 16 tracks on this album. Now they did come with a bonus CD where we got The Way We Ball. I'll talk about that later. But let's get on with the original 16, because that's all I'm going to review. I'm going to review the original 16, but there's no skits, so I can give you guys a top 5 and not a top 3. Alright, so with all that out the way, let's get into it. The first track is called What I've Been Through, featuring Big T, Lil Ron, and Young Red. Y-U-N-G, not Y-O-U-N-G. Just want to throw that out there. The second track is called You, the letter U. You See It, featuring Chem Millionaire. Followed by 8, the number 8. 8 Rules with a Z, featuring Shasta. How you pronounce that name? Track number 4 is called I Shoulda Listened. So shoulda with an A, S-H-O-U-L-D-A. That's how you spell shoulda. Track number 5 is 713, like the actual numbers. Oh, and track number 4, I Shoulda Listened, featuring Seville, by the way. Track number 6 is called this song. I want to say this was his only single from this album. And yeah, I never liked this song when I first heard it, when I saw the video. I thought it was terrible. To this day, I still think it's terrible. We'll get more of that later. And that is this. The Way We Ball. Oh, guys, yeah. Track number 7 is called Get Crunk, featuring Big T, Lil Ron, and David Banner. Followed by Haters Still Mad, featuring Big T again, and Lil Ron again. Track number 9 is called We Ain't Scared, featuring Busy Bone. Followed by Make Mama Proud. Track number 11 is called I Can Do That, D-A-T. And this is the remix featuring Juvenile and Skip. Track number 12 is called Tonight, featuring Seville. Followed by What Y'all Wanna Do, W-A-N-N-A, What Y'all Wanna Do. And then, of course, Y, possibly A-L-L, What Y'all Wanna Do, featuring C-Note and David Banner. Followed by It's a Fact. Track number 15 is called R.I.P., of course abbreviated. R.I.P. Screw, featuring Busy Bone. And the last track on this album called Forget the Fame. Now, in the bonus CD, we have The Way We Ball remix featuring Lil Ron and Young Red. The Way We Ball Screwed and Chopped. Track number 3 in the bonus CD is called The Roof, D-A. Followed by Texas Boys with a Z, Screwed and Chopped, featuring Young Red. Then we got You, obviously the letter U. You See It, Screwed and Chopped, featuring Champ Millionaire. Followed by Look at Me Now. And then Haters Still Mad, Screwed and Chopped, featuring Big T and Lil Ron. So there you go with that. Alright. Not much info on this single, which is The Way We Ball. I know there's a music video for it. And it did make the chart, surprisingly. It was 69th on the, the top R&B the hot R&B/hip hop songs chart. And that was it. That was his only single. And that one did make a chart. So there you go with that. So with all that out the way, let me give you guys my professional, let me give you guys my thoughts on each track from what's the first. And I never thought it was possible. The way you heard me talk about The Way We Ball, I never thought this was possible, but that's not the worst track off this album. The worst track off this album is I Can Do That remix. And here's the thing about this track. When I first heard it, I was like, yo, this sounds like it got some promise. Like the melody was cool. The melody is cool for this joint. But then when the drums come in, I legit laughed. Like I was laughing. It was such a letdown. It was too funny. So the beat pattern is awful. The tempo is cool. Like I said, the melody is cool. The bass is straight. It needs more of it, and it needs to bang a lot more. And the kick is cool. The snare is awful. The track is straight. So that's it. Next up is The Way We Ball. This is the second worst track off this album. The tempo is cool. The melody is awful. The bass is straight. The kick is really cool though. The snare is just straight though. The clap is cool. The claps are cool. Overall, the track is straight. And he got a lot of good kicks in this album. Like I will admit, he got a lot of good kicks in this album, and none of the tracks are like really fast or anything like that. So I want to throw that out there. That's the most constant thing about the entire album, really. Next up is 8 Rules. It sounds, and then a few of these tracks sound like either old No Limit joints or old Cash Money joints. This one sounds like a No Limit joint. The tempo is cool, same with the melody. The bass is bland, as it sounds goofy as heck. The kick is really cool though, there you go. But the snare is straight. Overall, the track is cool. The kicks really saved this track. That's the only saving grace about this track, to be honest. Next up is 713. Drum pattern is cool, the tempo is cool, the melody is straight, the bass is cool, same with the kick, the snare is straight. Overall, the track is cool as it starts at the 5-second mark. Next up is Forget the Fame. The tempo is straight, the melody is cool, the synth bass is cool, the kick is straight, which is rare. Actually, he have a few kicks that were just straight, and you're gonna hear them in a minute. Few seconds actually. The snare is cool, overall the track is cool. Next up is R.I.P. School. Tempo is cool, same with the melody. The bass is straight, as it needs more of a presence, assuming there was one there to begin with. The kick is straight, again rare. The snare is cool, overall the track is cool. Next up, Haters Still Mad. The tempo is cool. Melody doing the verses is really cool rather. The melody doing the hook on the other hand was just cool. The kick is straight, again rare. The claps are cool, but should have used a snare here. Overall the track is cool. Next up is I Shoulda Listened. The tempo is cool, the melody is cool, no bass hurts this one, and the kick is cool, the snare is cool, overall the track is cool. Next up is We Ain't Scared. Tempo is cool, melody is really cool, the bass / 808s are straight, it needs more of it, it needs to bang more. The kick is cool, the claps are cool, overall the track is cool. Then we got Tonight. Tempo is cool, the melody is cool, the bass is cool, same with the kick. The kick is cool, snare is really cool, overall the track is cool. Next up is What I've Been Through. The tempo is cool, the melody is really cool, the bass is cool, the kick is cool, the snare is cool, track is cool as it starts at the 15-second mark. And there you go with that. And then of course we got I said that already, not my bad. And now we got the 5th best track off this album. So now we're in the top 5 actually. So the 5th best track off this album is You See It. Sounds like a No Limit track here. The tempo is cool, the melody is cool, the bass is cool, the kick is really cool, snare is cool, overall the track is cool. 4th best track off this album is Get Crunk. The tempo is cool, melody is cool, same with the bass, the kick is again really cool, the snare is really cool, overall the track is cool. 3rd best track off this album, Make Mama Proud. Sounds like an old school Cash Money track. The tempo is cool, the melody is really cool, the bass is cool, same with the kick, the snare is really cool, overall the track is cool. 2nd best track off this album is A Fact. This is a semi-mellow joint, and this was actually done pretty nicely, if I do say so myself. The track is cool, the melody is really cool, the bass is cool, the kick is cool, the snare is really cool, overall the track is cool. Number 1 track off this album, what y'all want to do? This drum pattern is really cool, the tempo is cool, the melody / sample is really cool, the bass is cool, but it should have banged more. Like, it should have banged more, it would have been dope. And let's see, the kick is really cool, the snare is cool, this track is really cool. This is the only really cool track off this album. What y'all want to do is the best track off this album. Now let me give you guys some professional ratings. All Music gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Rap Reviews gave it a 7.5 out of 10. And that's it. So what do I think about this album? Alright, I'm gonna have to give this album a 2.75 out of 5. I recommend you just stream it and that's streaming for free. That's it. But like, if I had to say which tracks you should listen to, there's really only 2 tracks. What y'all want to do, and it's a fact. Those 2 are the only 2 tracks y'all should listen to off of this album. Everything else is like, okay, nothing stands out, or it was like not good. So 2.75 out of 5. I recommend you not download it. I recommend you just stream it for free. So I'm gonna call it a wrap. And with all that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.